Hello everyone. So it's been talked about in the media, and again, the media usually always puts it in front of us, basically just kind of putting the carrot out and seeing what the people will say about it. I know it's before the politicians do anything, and seeing how bad of reaction would the public uproar gets it, or the public march the government out of office. So they put the carrot out, they put this suggestion out under the emergency powers. So obviously they're talking about emergency powers first of all. So they talked about this, and it's not conspiracy theory 2.0. They talked about using holiday homes, and again, obviously, people who are well off probably usually have holiday homes and things. Obviously, the only Joe wouldn't have a holiday home in Donegal. Let's take for example in Kerry for the holiday to go off on a holiday, and they pay obviously to pay for the holiday home and things like that. So the government were talking about mandating, and this is the thing. This is the one thing I would say. They never talked that the housing crisis has been going on for years and years and years, and the homeless crisis has been going on for years and years and years in this country. Since the financial collapse in 2008. And I never heard the government word saying we have to use emergency powers to do up old houses that are left abandoned, to do up old schools and things like that. And when there's obviously people come from other countries, they kicked into action straight away and talking about emergency powers. So I think it's very hypocritical, first of all. Obviously, if people want to take them in, of course, take in refugees from Ukraine. If you have, I know a woman actually not too far away from here. She lives in the Rhone. Her son's in Australia. And she took a mother of 30 years old and a child of 5 year old, and her father's over fighting in Ukraine, and they left Ukraine obviously, and she doesn't mind. Obviously, a woman like that, she said it's company, and she's happy, because she has people, she's on her own, and it's a bit of company for her, and that woman is helping her out around the house and things like that, because again she's not. She's 60, she's patronage. So that's okay, because she was totally, she wanted a bit of company, I suppose, in the house, which you couldn't blame her. Living alone, she wanted a bit of company. And she's happy enough. And obviously, if that's the case, people are entitled, I can't say what to do with your house. It's entirely up to you. If you have a spare bedroom, if you want to take people in, that's entirely up to you. But this the thing when they talk about mandating. That's the word they use, the mandating the use of holiday homes. And obviously people can voluntarily give them up. If they wish to, if people wish to, again, they can. Of course, if the government says in the morning they want to use your holiday home, and you're like, I don't use it anyway, I'm going to give it up or go to somebody else. That's okay. I'm sure you was great. You give it up voluntarily, you were like, oh, that's fair enough. Or the government could buy it off you, the local authorities could buy it off you. But again, you mandating it and saying that we're just going to go barging in and take over it and put somebody in. If you like it, you can. If you don't like it, you can lop it. And this is the policy that they're talking about, mandating it. So basically, people wouldn't have a choice if they had a whole holiday home, and obviously people obviously they pay for it and things like that. But you obviously wouldn't have a choice in the matter. They just march in the guards and probably take it over, and that's the end of it. And obviously that shouldn't be allowed, first of all. So again, it's all about choice, and it's about voluntary giving it up if you wish to. Again, if you wish to, they can't just demand it and take it off you, in other words. Because then, we've seen that happen in communist countries, where they just marched in and took over properties, and basically the state controlled everything. You had literally no say in anything. And obviously that shouldn't be allowed, first of all. And second of all, I will say this straight, and I know this might sound racist or whatever it might sound, but I'm saying this straight, I'm really just telling you straight. That we shouldn't be taking in 20,000. In Germany, we're only taking about 50,000. And obviously, Germany is a far bigger country, with I'm sure a lot more housing and things like that. We have to realise where we are at the moment. That we have a housing problem that people can't even get on the foot in the house. We have people who have hundreds of thousands of people waiting on council waiting lists. We have people dying on the street. We have people person died last night in a tent, an Irish person. I don't know how much more do we need to say about that we cannot sustain, and again this is not racist, but this is saying the facts, that it cannot be sustained, the amount of population that's in the state, the people that are in the state at the moment, we cannot provide for them at the moment, let alone provide for more people. And that's the thing we need to understand. Obviously they're talking about 30,000, 40,000, and obviously that increased the population by 1%, that Leo said today in the door. And obviously this is the next question, where are you going to put these people? How are you going to provide schooling for them? These are all the questions. And again, Ireland, we have to admit, if we had the ability, obviously if we had the means and we had the ability, like Germany, France, and even the UK to a certain extent, has the ability to, tap their fingers and everything and work out, because obviously they have the huge economic superiority, and compared to this country, which is just, in every sense, in every part of the country, it's just broken. You talk about the house office, people waiting on waiting lists, council waiting lists, housing, homelessness. basically nothing is working to the benefit of again, if everything was working, if it was 1,000, say for example, there was 50,000 houses lying empty around the whole country, and everybody in the country was housed, there was no such thing as homelessness, then we could be like, we could take a few people in. But at the moment there isn't. And obviously I do say, obviously that woman too I was talking about at the beginning, she's obviously happy. She's obviously happy to having a few people around the house, and obviously you know she's happy to have the company, I suppose. And and obviously that's understandable. And I did meet the woman and the child. I was speaking to them for a few minutes the other day, and I was going past. So yeah, I have to say, very very genuine people. The girl and the young woman and her young daughter, very very genuine people. I will not say that. I will not say a bad thing about them. Very very genuine. They struck me as very very genuine, very understanding, very caring people. And obviously that woman is very caring. For obviously bringing them in obviously into our house. And obviously she's that more happy because again she's on her own, and it's I suppose nice for her to have a bit of company. So yeah, she's happy, and obviously she's helping out around the house and things like that. So she's been a good help to the elderly woman too. So that's obviously good, and obviously if anybody, and again as I say, if you wish to take somebody in, it's entirely up to you. It's not up to me, the government, to mandate it or to say to people to do it. I'm sure you would agree. It's your choice. Your own individual. You pay your taxes. If you own a house, it's entirely up to you. You pay for it. There's nothing I can do to stop you or to prevent you or to sway you. In other words, it's entirely up to people. It is entirely up to you. As a citizen, again, as you make your own decisions. In other words. But yeah, I would say first of all, I know this might sound weird, but we should take care of the people that's in the state. And again, this might sound weird because again, the terminology nowadays sounds ridiculous. That I even have to say that we should take care of the people that's here first, and then we can focus when we have that sorted out, when we can house everybody that's in the state at the moment. The 8,000 or something that's homeless. If we can get them housing first, then we can maybe talk about getting more people in and maybe housing them. Maybe then, but we have to focus on the people that's here at the moment, not the more people coming in, if that makes any sense. Because again, we have to understand it's a housing crisis, a homelessness crisis. We don't have unlimited capacity, and that's the word. Again, that might sound racist, but it's just true, to be totally honest with you. And I wish the world would be a bit more perfect, and I wish the world would be more peaceful. God knows I do. I really, really do wish there was peace in the world and there wouldn't be conflict, so it wouldn't be harm come to people. But it is unfortunate that this is the reality that we live in, and that this is the problem that we're facing at the moment. So yeah, take care everyone, be safe, and bye.